Hey guys, welcome back to Mike Phantom TCG. This is Mike, and today I have another deck profile for you. This time we're looking at Gardevoir VMAX. So this just came out in Explosive Walker, and it's really fun to play with. Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemon. When I first got into the game, it was right before Burning Shadows came out, so I definitely was into playing Gardevoir GX. Gardevoir GX was so good at the time. So I'm excited to share this with you. I do know we have Zacian in the format and she is weak to metal, but I'll show you what I do to kind of get around that. Okay, so first let's start off with our Pokemon. So we run, of course, 3 Gardevoir Vs. So I have this beautiful full art that I pulled, so gorgeous. So 3 Gardevoir Vs. And 3 Gardevoir VMAX. So what's special about Gardevoir V? The first attack, it isn't that special, it's just magical shot for 30. But then the second attack for 2 psychic and a colorless, it does 120 plus 80 more if you healed any damage from it. Now, when I played this, I'm not really using this attack ever, because the main thing is Gardevoir VMAX. So Gardevoir VMAX, for 2 psychic and a colorless die cure, you're doing 180. And then you heal 50 from yourself. So you're basically 2-shotting all VMAXs. You're 1-shotting things like Dedenne, Eldegoss V. Next up, we have 3 Inkay and 3 Malamar. Now guys, I know this is getting rotated soon. I think in Korea, I'm not sure, this is my first year playing competitively in Korea. We might have this a little longer because I think their rotation hits in January of each year. So I think in Korea, I think I'm going to be safe with using Malamar until the end of the year, which is really nice. So I run a hefty line. I was just doing 2-2. It wasn't nearly as fast enough for me. I was really struggling to get energies down, and I wasn't being able to attack until 3 or 4 turns in, and that was really difficult, not being able to attack for a while my opponent gets set up and I'm struggling to get energy. So what's nice about a 3-3 line, you want to have 2 on the bench at a time, because then you can attach for turn to a Guardian on the bench, and then you can discard your psychic energies with other cards I run in the deck, and I'll get to those in a second. But it's 100% possible to be able to have a fully loaded Gardevoir VMAX on your second turn if you have the right cards. It's definitely possible. So I like this. This is a lot faster for me. And I personally I like this engine. So, and then we have 1 Indeedee V for the ability. So the ability is once per turn, you can heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. So this is perfect. It goes along with Gardevoir V's attack, and it just helps heal Gardevoir VMAX. So using this ability plus Gardevoir's attack, then you're healing 70 damage from itself. And I do have other healing cards that I'll get to in a second. So here's my response to Zacian. 1 Ninetales V. Now you might be thinking it's a little weird to throw this in, but I think it's perfect because its attack allows you to, so for 1 fire and 2 colorless, you can copy one of the attacks of your opponent's active Pokemon. So this is really nice because it hits Zacian for weakness. So it's really, really nice. So you can basically do their attack for 230, which already knocks it out, but you're also doing double damage for weakness. So you're basically doing 460 to Zacian, knocking it out. So it's really, really nice. So I'll show you how this works when I get to the energies. I run 1 Eldegoss, just to get our supporters back, and then 1 Dedenne GX. So that's it for the Pokemon. I find that this amount is good. Maybe in the future I will kind of switch things around and add in some more. So let's get into our supporters now. So we run our basic for Professor's Research for consistency. We run 2 Marnie and 2 Cynthia. Now, I like this build because you have the Marnie for disruption, but then you also have your Cynthias for when you don't want to discard your hand and you want that extra card. and you don't need to disrupt that moment. Cynthia's also really nice because sometimes your opponent has maybe 1 or 2 cards, so you don't want to give them more cards, or they might have a bad hand and you know it, and you don't want to give them a new hand, you know? So Cynthia's really good, especially when you don't want to use Professor's Research to get rid of some of your resources. Then we have 2 Boss's Orders, so for gusting, pretty standard in every deck. And then 1 Mallow Lana for extra healing. I may bump this up to 2. I'm not sure yet, but I may bump this up to 2. And this is actually it for the supporters, guys. So let's get into the items. We actually run a lot of items in this deck. So we're going to start off with our standard 4 Quick Ball. And guys, look at this beautiful gold old Quick Ball. I was so happy when I pulled this card. So happy. So yeah, so we have 4 Quick Ball. And then you're running a Psychic deck. So we run a Mysterious Treasure. I have a lone English one here because I don't have 4 Korean ones. So yeah, again, like I mentioned with Malamar, I think we're going to have this a little bit longer than the US will. So I think I'll get some good play out of it in the next, until the end of the year. So yep, so this, you discard a card, preferably a Psychic Energy, grab yourself a Psychic Pokemon, and then you're good to go. Then we run Switch, so 4 switches, because it's Switch, pretty standard in most decks. And then, so now we run the special card from the Explosive Walker set. So this is the Strange Can, or however you want, whatever the English name will be. I don't know what the English name will be, but I just call it Strange Can. So with this, you heal 80 damage from a Pokemon with a Psychic Energy attached, and then you discard that Pokemon. Now, the strategy with this is that you can either heal 80 to your active and attach another Psychic Energy from your hand to get the energy back, or you switch out, bring your damaged active to the bench, heal it, discard an energy, and use Malamar to just get the energy right back. I've done that many times. So it's really nice to heal. And basically with this, with Strange Can in combination with Gardevoir VMAX's attack and Indeedee V, you're healing 150 damage per turn. And next, for consistency, we have 2 Evolution Incense to search out your Gardevoir VMAXs or Malamars. And then we have 2 Air Balloons. Now, this is really good, like I said, with the switching strategy with Gardevoir VMAX. Attach this to a Gardevoir VMAX. You have free retreat. Retreat back to the bench. Heal up using Strange Can. Get your energy back with Malamar. And you're ready to attack. And then hopefully you can switch back in. Or, if you can't switch back in, preferably you'll have an undamaged Gardevoir VMAX you can switch into. And next, I just run some 1-ofs. I run 1 Reset Stamp, pretty standard. And then I run 1 Pokegear, just to search out for a supporter if I really need it, if I'm kind of in a bad situation. So I like Pokegear 3.0. It comes in handy sometimes. So that is it for the items. And let's move on to energy. So you saw earlier that I run a Ninetales V, and you're probably wondering what I'm doing for energies. Well, I run 3 Aurora Energies. Now, what I like about Aurora Energy, even if you don't need the Ninetales V, if you're not going up against Zacian, so you're safe, you can get rid of Ninetales V, I like to attach this to a Gardevoir and then discard a Psychic Energy for the attaching cost of Aurora Energy, and then you can use Malamar to get that energy right back. So that's kind of a good strategy to use for accelerating your energies. And then I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Psychic Energies. Now, you might think this is a lot, and it may be a lot. I'm thinking about maybe cutting it down, but Gardevoir, you need 3 energies on it at all times. So I just run a lot of energies. And in case things get really weird, you can actually use your Indeedee V's attack, because its attack is not bad. It does need 3 energies, so 1 psychic, 2 colorless, but it does 10 damage plus 60 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's pretty decent, and it could come in handy in a pinch. So having that extra energy that you can accelerate with Malamar, discarding all these psychic energies with various things, it comes in handy. So yeah, guys, that's it for the Gardevoir VMAX deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This deck is really fun to play with. I was really looking forward to Gardevoir when I found out it was coming out in Explosive Walker, and I honestly like how the sets come out here in Korea because they come out like Japan sets, so you don't get one huge set, so like you can get a good bit of testing in. So when this comes out in America, it's gonna have to go up against Eternatus V, Centiskorch V, and all these crazy things, Salamence, like all these things are going to come out at the same time. Whereas here, pretty much the big decks from Explosive Walker are Gardevoir and Centiskorch. So yeah, I recommend this deck. It's really fun. I don't know how well it's going to end up being. According to Japan's list, I'm not seeing a lot, so we'll just see how it goes. But either way, I enjoy playing it. Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemon. So subscribe for more Korean content and deck profiles. And I'll see you guys next time.